What's up, Touche Crew? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be doing a mukbang for you guys, basically mukbang and storytelling. Give you guys the story behind my motorcycle accident that happened about 2 years ago or so. So I'm just going to show you exactly what I'm going to eat today, and I'm so hungry, so I'm so ready for this food. You have like no idea. I just got off of work at like 12, and so it's Friday right now, and so it's my Friday, and I was like heading home, and I was like, well, normally it's like my lunchtime right now, so I was like, yo, I'm about to go home, order DoorDash, cause I'm lazy, and give y'all this mukbang. Let's get it. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you'll be notified every time I post a video. And don't forget to like this video before it even begins. What I ordered is Love Love, and if anybody knows what that is, or if you're from like around Salem, it's like a teriyaki kind of place. So I always get a teriyaki bowl and teriyaki chicken bowl, and it has like chicken, rice, and veggies. Everything you need. Protein, some carbs. I think there's carbs. I don't know actually. And then also I got gyros? I don't know, these things that look like this. I think they're called gyros. Gyros? Correct me if I'm wrong. So I am going to start with when it happened. So March 12th of 2017 is when it happened. I had owned my bike for about a year at that point. Almost a year. And so I basically just got off of work, like not super late, but it was like 6. And I was heading home, or I was heading to my dad's house, because that's where I stored my bike most of the time, just because it was safer there at the time. I was living in like apartments, and I didn't really feel comfortable leaving it outside. So I went to my dad's house, and I like picked my bike up, and I was just riding normal, and I always think of like routes in my head. So like at that day I was going to my friend's house we were just gonna like chill and smoke hookah or whatever. And so I was like heading over there, and I was like thinking, I'm like, okay, do I want to take the freeway to Kaiser, or do I want to just like go just the back way? And that day I decided I was just gonna go the back way. And at this time too, in Oregon, in the March area is when it's becoming like summertime, but still raining, but it's summer, but it's still raining. Who knows? Oregon. It was becoming like summertime, so like the changes of times were happening. At that point, it was becoming like 6:30. It was kind of getting dark, but it was still staying light for a little bit. So I was like, cool, I'll just go take the bike out. Well, little did I know, should have took the freeway. Bomb. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. So when I was taking the back roads, I go through Salem first, and then I come like back roads to Kaiser. And it's, I don't know, I hit like Lancaster, but then I had hit Hawthorne, and I was basically just going backwards. Doesn't even matter. Anyways, next, move on. I was going to a stoplight, and I was like following this car, and I wasn't close or anything. I mean, I was probably a good distance away, but the car was taking a right-hand turn at this light. So it was like a 4-way light, and they were, I was following this black car, and when I was following them, I didn't realize they were taking a right turn, so I slowed down. Well, the light was still green when I had approached it, and so I had went. Well, on the other side, so like say this is the four-way. I was coming this way and this car was coming this way, and they were taking a left turn. So when I was going straight, I saw the light was green. I was like, well, I'm just gonna go. Obviously green means go. And this other car on the other side, right when I was in the middle of the lane, like of the intersection, the car was on the other side and the light had turned yellow. So he like tried to make his yellow light, like I'm sure a lot of you guys do, and a lot of me. Guilty. So when I was like going, I thought he was gonna stop, because obviously I was like, oh, he probably sees me, my lights are on, I'm wearing a white helmet. Nope, wrong. So he like goes and he just smashes into the front of my bike. So like my headlight area where my headlights are, like my mirror is, he had smashed in the side, and it was on my left side, so he had knocked me. He knocked me about 20, or not 20, like probably like 10 feet away from where I was, like the intersection, and I made it like down the road. Probably hit Walmart, no, I'm just kidding. But I made it like down the road, or a little bit of ways, like 10 feet. And and so I flew that way, and my bike had flown the other way. Shit was crazy. I was like, oh my God. And like my mindset when I was younger, just to kind of give you guys a background, when I was younger and I would get like hurt or something, I'd always get up and be like, no, I'm fine. Low key, I'm like crying in the bathroom when I'm like washing my face off or whatever I did. So same reaction. And obviously if you've ever been into like a crash of any type, not a motorcycle crash, but like any kind of crash, you know, like your adrenaline rush is crazy. You're like, go. And so from my adrenaline rush, right when I had gotten hit, I don't remember, obviously, how I got hit or anything like that. I remember getting hit, and I remember like flying through the air like, I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky. So, when I was in the middle of the road, my mindset was like, dude, you need to get the fuck up. Like, you're gonna get ran over if you don't get up. So at that point, my adrenaline rush kicked in, and I like get up. And my helmet had no visor anymore. Like, a visor had popped off. Well, my body was going into like shock mode. And so, basically, if you've never been in shock, this is just my own experience. Everybody has their own experience. I don't think everybody has experiences are the same. But from my experience, like, when I had gotten up and I was in shock, everything was like going dark, and then all I see is literally sea stars, like just fuzziness all around me. It was the craziest thing. Like, I've never experienced that ever in my life. And I didn't know what to do. And so when I was like walking to the sidewalk, which was like a little ways away. So when I was like walking over there, I was like, holy shit, I'm super hot. Like, my body just got this like super hot everywhere. So I'm like stripping in the middle of the fucking road. I'm like throwing my gloves off. I don't even know where those gloves went. Like, they're gone, like lost. I didn't even pick them up. And I started taking like my jacket off, and it was still, like I said, like, it was still like winter time, so it was cold, kind of. So like, I was layered up. I had like a thermal on, then I always wear flannel, I don't know why. I always wear a jacket, and then I always put a flannel over it. And then I had to put my riding jacket over, so I have like four layers on at this point. And so like, when I got this like hot heat rush, I was like unzipping my jacket. I'm like throwing my flannel off. I take my other jacket off. And at this point, I'm like sitting on the sidewalk. And then I just get like bum rushed. Like so many people came. Like I think there was like 6 people, something like that. Because I had like my witness and then the person obviously that hit me. Thank God that they stopped. The person that had hit me, he walked up to me. Well, he actually didn't know any English, so his like friend that was in the car had walked up to me and was talking to me. And I'm dead ass serious. Nobody called the cops for a good like 5 to 8 minutes. I could have been bleeding out of my fucking brain. Who knows? Like out of a motorcycle accident, you don't know. And it was really scary. So I like looked over and I was like, hey, has anybody called the cops? And they're like, oh no, we forgot. Sus. What you mean you forgot? I don't get that. So the cops are called. The cops get called, they're like start coming, ambulance starts showing up, and they kept trying to everybody kept trying to ask me like questions, and I was like, I looked at them and I said, I'm not answering any of your questions unless my bike is right next to me. I'm so stubborn, it's ridiculous. So eventually they had brought like my bike next to me, so I had my bike next to me and I was like, okay, now you may ask me whatever questions you want. And I didn't actually have like a concussion because I didn't hit my head. Like I scraped a little bit of my helmet, like my helmet was perfectly fine. And I didn't hit my head at all. The only thing that I even hit was literally my knees. Like I landed on my knees. So like my pants, and okay, pause. Riders, riders out there, don't wear holy jeans. It's not Sunday. You're not at church. I'm not speaking. You know what? You do what you want to do. For me, I think that I've learned my lesson. I'm not 100% sure, but I was wearing holy jeans, and I mean, I don't think it would have made a difference if I was wearing regular jeans or not, but definitely, I wasn't wearing like shorts or anything, which I've seen riders out there do, which is, y'all are ballsy. So, anyways, back to my story. I was wearing like holy jeans, like kind of like these, where there's like just holes all throughout, and I had landed on them. So like when the ambulance was here, when they finally had got there after like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes after calling, they finally showed up and they started to put me in the back of the ambulance. I told them, I was like, I'm not signing that. I don't want to go in the back of the ambulance. And they're like, well, how are you going to get to the hospital? And I told them, I was like, screw it, I'll just ride. And they're like, ma'am, you're not riding your bike. And I was like, oh, damn. I don't know, in scary situations, I get really like, I don't want to say it's sarcastic, but like, maybe not even funny, because I don't even know if I'm funny or not, but I get like super nervous and I say like funny things, so I told them I was just gonna ride my bike, and then when they said no, I just told them I was gonna walk there. Mind you, I couldn't even stand up. Like, the adrenaline rush was so much when I had gotten hit that I couldn't stand up at all. Like, going to the sidewalk, I was able to walk and stand, but getting onto the stretcher, I couldn't like move my legs. And so after that, they took me to the hospital, and I think I was only there for like maybe like 4 or 5 hours. And I had called my dad, and mind you guys, I told you I picked up my bike from my dad's house, so he had saw me maybe like 15 minutes before my accident. And I called him and he goes, hello, and I was like, hey dad, I just wanted, and I'm like super calm at this point, like super calm, and I was like, hey dad, I just wanted to let you know that I got into a motorcycle accident. He's like, what? Where are you? What are you doing? blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Dad, I'm fine. I'm by the strip club, because Cheetahs is a strip club, and that's the only place that I like really knew where I was. That's the only place I could like explain. I was like, I'm by the strip club, and he's like, all right, I'm on my way. And so my dad had to come, and he like picked my bike up, and he had to tow it home because it was not rideable at all. Yeah, so it wasn't rideable or anything. I had to, I finally gave in, and I got in the back of an ambulance. First time being ever in the back of an ambulance. And the ambulance person, the medic or whatever they like cut my pants like all the way up to like my panties, so like the entire thing, because they weren't sure if my legs were broken or like what was wrong. I don't think they were broken though, because I did walk on them at some point in my adrenaline rush. But so they had like cut my pants all the way up, and then I started like taking off my not taking off, I was like taking off everything, but they were like starting to look at my knee, and I have like a little scar. It's probably like this big now, but it cut all the way across. I mean, it's pretty rad. And when finally they had gotten like my pants off, they could see that there was like dirt and obviously road in there. So I mean, you could say I have a little bit of street cred now. Hey. Welcome. What are you doing? You come to join the party? Oh, come here. Yeah. Say hi. Oh, you're gonna give me kisses because I smell like food? Say hello. He doesn't like cameras. He's camera shy. All right, get out of here. Go. So I'm back. Sorry about that. He just wanted to make an entrance to show you guys his cute little face. And I don't remember what I was in the story, so basically when I was at the hospital, they just kind of like x-rayed everything. Nothing was broken. I'll put some pictures on the screen to show you guys like my injuries. Like I had a busted lip, and I had like a huge, like I said, a huge scrape on my leg from slamming under the ground. And then I couldn't bend my other knee like straight, like it was like this, probably for a good 4 or 5 months. I couldn't wear jeans. My foot was actually swollen, that I couldn't even wear like normal shoes. So like slides were life. I mean, not that they aren't right now, but that's besides the point. So yeah, it was pretty rough. And I mean, if anybody's ever experienced like motorcycle accident or car accident, like let me know your experiences. Like it's super scary. Honestly, you hear about motorcycle accidents and a lot of them don't make it. I am very lucky and very fortunate to be able to sit here today and tell you guys my story, but I don't know. As a driver, I'm really cautious about bikes, but it's probably because I own one and I'm always like, I don't know. And also I see bikes and I'm like, oh shit, look, the Ducati Gixxer, damn, that's a nice CBR. You know, like I point them out and I'm like, oh, those are nice bikes. Something I want to do, or something I'd like to have one day, or I really like that one, I really like the exhaust from that one. So I notice that type of stuff, but not everybody does, and not everybody's like super aware of that kind of thing. But always keep your eyes open. It's becoming summertime. Like we're about to be out there, riders, gang, we're gonna be out there riding the fuck out of this warm weather, seriously. Just keep your eyes open. And really just make sure you guys are safe. And if you guys do ride, remember one thing. They never see you. I mean, it's just the truth. But the good end of the story is I gotta upgrade my bike. So when I was riding at the time, I had a CBR like 600. Now I have a Gixxer 750, which I love, like love, in love. If I was in love with something, like that's what I'm in love with. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time today. Thank you so much for sitting down, watching me do this little cute little mukbang and banging it out. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Let me know, like, I want to hear about what type of stuff, like your guys' experiences. Everybody goes through their own trials and tribulations. Like, that was just mine, but everybody else has their own. I'd love to hear about them. Like I said, just, it's riding season. Just be cautious. Watch out for your bikes out there, your local riders. Like, make sure you got their back. Don't be following us too close. Like, I might just bust a mirror or something, or throw some damn rocks at your car. Be careful. You've been warned. Be careful of me. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I appreciate all of the love and support on my last few videos. Seriously, y'all are rocking with me from day one, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys again. And go ahead, before you guys leave, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you can be notified every time I post a video. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.